Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The new book by historian Robert Hardman reveals Queen Elizabeth's alleged distress over Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to name their daughter Lilibet, a claim that has sparked significant controversy. According to the book, the Queen was reported to be very angry, a rare emotional display for the monarch, upon learning that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had chosen her private family nickname for their daughter without her explicit consent. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams commented to Mail Online about the gravity of this situation. He highlighted the deep personal significance of the name Lilibet, used only by Queen's closest family and friends. Fitzwilliams criticized Harry and Meghan's decision to use the name, especially if they hadn't received the Queen's full blessing, describing it as despicable and outrageous. The book, Charles III, New King, New Court, The Inside Story, delves into this contentious issue, reigniting debates over the Sussexes' actions. It suggests that when the couple attempted to involve Buckingham Palace in validating their narrative, they were met with resistance. This incident, according to Hardman, is an example of the varied perspectives within the royal family. Echoing the Queen's response to the Oprah Winfrey interview, recollections may vary. In the book, a royal aide is quoted describing the Queen's reaction, saying, "I don't own the palaces, I don't own the paintings, the only thing I own is my name, and now they've taken that." This quote paints a picture of a rare instance of anger from the Queen, who was described as angry as I'd ever seen her. The controversy over the name choice and the alleged royal approval has been a point of contention. Another royal source expressed a sense of vindication upon the book's publication, stating, "There's no denying it is pleasing that the truth has emerged." This source highlighted the ongoing debate around the Sussexes' narrative, noting, "Harry and Meghan attempted to railroad their versions of events through, which weren't accepted then and they are not now." Journalist Emily Andrews, commenting on the late Queen Elizabeth's reaction to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to name their daughter Lilibet, suggested that the Queen might have expressed her disapproval subtly. Andrews noted, "As we know, she was not someone who sort of shouted and screamed. She wasn't a woman who particularly emoted. She wasn't as in touch with her feelings, perhaps, as her grandson Harry. But I think it's very interesting that she was just kind of at the end of her tether. What she was so angry about was the fact that the Sussexes said they had permission, that they had her blessing to use this very special nickname." Lilibet was a deeply personal nickname for Queen Elizabeth II, originating in her childhood when she was unable to pronounce her own name. Her grandfather, King George V, affectionately called her Lilibet, echoing her attempts to say Elizabeth, and the nickname was used by her close family, including her sister, the late Princess Margaret. The BBC reported a palace source claiming the Queen had not been asked by the Sussexes to use the name. However, the Sussexes' lawyers responded with legal letters calling the claim false and defamatory. Andrews indicated there was a conversation between Prince Harry and the late Queen about the name, but details remain unclear. We don't know if there was some sort of misunderstanding. Did the Queen think that their daughter was going to be called Elizabeth? As of course, Prince Charlotte has Elizabeth as a middle name. Did the Queen feel railroaded into agreeing to her name being Lilibet because Harry presented it as a fait accompli? Those details we don't know. Omid Scobie chimed in, tweeting, "Not only do they contradict details shared by the palace with a cooperatively written biography in 2022, they also depict the monarch in a way the public haven't known her to be." Speaking to GB News, Angela Levin said, "That's an incredibly sad comment. I think one of the reasons she felt that way was because it was discovered that Meghan, even before Lilibet was born, had taken out the names officially so that she could use them to buy things and to identify them." Host Eamon Holmes was shocked and asked, "What do you mean, they'd copyrighted the name?" Levin explained, "Yes, before she had Lilibet, I think that was awful for the Queen because she gets drawn into owning organizations due to the name being so unique." The book also tells us the only rehearsal for Queen Elizabeth II's funeral had a band at the wrong start point. A gentleman at arms nearly crushed at Marble Arch, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. The lone rehearsal was conducted in the early hours under the cover of darkness. According to insiders who spoke with Hardman, the preparations faced difficulties from the outset. The procession initially encountered a hiccup when the front of the line became disjointed from the coffin. This issue arose due to the varying marching speeds required by the guardsmen and the Royal Navy recruits, who were tasked with carrying the 2-ton gun carriage. In an additional mishap, one of the gentlemen at arms who serves as the monarch's bodyguards took a wrong turn and almost found himself trapped between the gun carriage and Wellington Arch. Despite these early challenges, Hardman noted, it was a minor miracle. There were no major glitches on the funeral day itself. An interesting blip on the royal calendar. On Monday, Kate missed a Royal Foundation Centre for Early Childhood meeting today at Kensington Palace to discuss further projects, with no explanation given for her absence. We'll keep an eye on that one. Palace Intrigue will be right back. The royal family of Albania has announced a significant change as Crown Prince Lika and Crown Prince Ella have decided to end their marriage. The couple, who have been married for 8 years since their wedding in Tirana in October 2016, share a daughter, 3-year-old Geraldine. In a statement released on social media on January 15th, Prince Lika, the head of the Albanian royal family, shared the difficult news. The statement, originally in Albanian, expressed the couple's mutual decision to divorce. Prince Lika emphasized that their daughter Geraldine will remain their foremost concern. The statement said, "Hello friends and well-wishers. Through this post, I officially inform you that Prince Leka and Elia Zaharia have agreed to end their marriage." It elaborated on the decision, stating, "Since the marriage has lost its function, they have seen the way to resolve it by mutual consent by starting the necessary legal procedures." Further, Prince Leka added, "Despite the trust in the institution of the family, Prince Leka II believes that the values of mutual respect and understanding will form the basis of the relationship in its continuity, which will have as its motive the growth and education of Princess Geraldine." Crown Princess Ella also shared the statement on her social media, expressing gratitude for the support during the challenging period. Her post read, "Friends and well-wishers, I need to inform you that today we started the legal procedures for the settlement of marriage as we jointly decide to seek a divorce. This is not at all a reality that makes me happy, as I believe in family values as the most precious thing. I would never have chosen for my daughter to grow up with separate parents, but sometimes separation is the only option. What matters most is that my baby girl experiences this moment as easily as possible. Thank you very much to all of you who wrote to me and gave me courage." The couple, who celebrated their union in a grand ceremony in 2016 and welcomed their daughter Geraldine in 2020, have requested privacy during this time and stated that they will not be making further comments on the matter. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.